Hello everyone, Pahimar here with episode 4 of my Let's Mod series. In today's episode we will be touching on the development environment we set up in episode 3, and we'll be making some changes to that. So first off, I'd like to apologize for the delay in getting episode 4 out. There was quite a lot that happened between episode 3 and episode 4. Namely, we had a new version of Minecraft that I needed to learn. There was a lot of Equivalent Exchange 3 work that I needed to get done, as well as there was a lot of prep work for PAX East and the time I actually was there. So once again, I'm sorry it's taken this long. I hope everyone's still as excited to make their mod as I am. So let's move on. A couple things I want to touch on from the comments since the last video. I saw some people having some trouble, some questions, as well as people made some recommendations. So a couple things I want to touch on. When it comes to the license, so there was a few people who had trouble finding where I got the copying and copying.lesser files for the Let's Mod license for the LGPL version 3. I actually originally got these from gnu.org, gnu.org. I did in episode 3 just pull them from a location on my hard drive because they were faster. It was faster to do that. But you can go to gnu.org, gnu.org, and you can download them from there. But please read the website, read the license. Don't just blindly accept the license. It's good to actually know what you're agreeing to. Regarding Git, so a lot of people having problems in the comments saying, when I try and type Git in the command line, I get something like, Git is not recognized as an internal command. The reason you're seeing that is because you don't have Git installed on your computer. Git does not come pre-installed with Windows. It's not a Windows command. Git is a separate program. You need to install it before you can actually use it in the command prompt. So make sure you have Git installed before you attempt to use it. Regarding SmartGit for Macs, it does work for that. Some people went to the website and confirmed that. So if you'd like to use the same Git client I am using and you're on a Mac, there you go. I had several people also point out that Eclipse Juno now has its own built-in Git client called eGit. I did know about this. I didn't show it off because I really can't spend a lot of time just showing off every possible Git client out there. I'm showing off what I happen to use, and I just happen to like to use SmartGit over eGit. So there are other options out there. And lastly, when it comes to Minecraft development on Macs, you want to make sure you're using Java 1.6. Java 1.7 doesn't work. I'm not going to go into the specifics for it, just know that you're going to have to use 1.6. So in today's video, I should say, we are going to be revisiting the development environment we set up in episode 3. The reason we're going back to it is because I did also get some advice on better ways to set it up. So now that we have a new version of Minecraft, today seemed like a good time. So let's get started on that. So with Minecraft 1.5, that means that there's a lot of things that have changed. Namely, we now have a new version of MCP and Minecraft Forge. What happens in the general release cycle for Minecraft for major version updates is Minecraft will go through a period of pre-releasing, in which case MCP will have an opportunity to update in advance, and from that Minecraft Forge will also update as well. So in the past this used to take upwards of 2 weeks. We didn't get pre-releases, and the MCP project would basically have to start over every single major Minecraft release. Now there's an awful lot of cooperation between Mojang and the MCP team in terms of advance notice of changes, and they give us time to get up to date prior to the official release and push out of a version of Minecraft. And the MCP team works well with the Minecraft Forge team so that we're all up to date basically the day everything goes live, which is a lot better than where we were a year ago, a year and a half ago. So it just so happens that when 1.5 came out, we did have MCP and Forge ready that day, same as when 1.5.1 came out. Even though a lot of us were away, we were up to date for that. So it's much nicer today than it was before. So what do we need to do to update our development environment? Well, what we need to do is, and we'll go back over here, our MCP folder here, we are going to need to make sure that we get the new copy of MCP in there and the new version of Forge. So I've already gone ahead and downloaded MCP 744, which for Minecraft 1.5.1 is the proper version, as well as Minecraft Forge. This happens to be, pardon me, build 617. So I'm just going to open up these zip files here. I'm going to go back to my development folder into MCP. I'm going to hit Control A and delete. I'm going to delete everything inside of there because we're going to move in the new MCP and the new Forge. So I like to do Forge first just because it's one folder, and then I'll do MCP after. So there we go. Now we have MCP 744 in here, as well as Minecraft Forge. And if you hear chewing in the background, I'm really sorry. I have an eager puppy right now who's going to town on a chew toy, so my apologies for that. Now that we have this set up, just like in episode 3, we go into the Forge directory and we run the install. So on Windows, I run install.command. On Mac or Unix or Linux, you'd hit install.shell. So that's just going to run now. So while this is running, I'll touch a little bit on some of the improvements we're going to get here. So in the last video, I showed how to set up a couple different projects inside of Eclipse, and you had to reference in the Minecraft libraries every single project. You had to set up the native directory every single project, and there's actually an easier way to do that, and I think it was King Lemming showed me how to do it. King Lemming or Craft, one of the two of them. And I liked it so much I actually changed my entire development environment around it. So I wanted to show you what I'm now using. I also want to show you a couple ways you can configure your Eclipse to automatically format the code for you and to clean up things for you. So we're going to touch on that too. So I'm just going to let MCP and Forge get all configured and everything, and we will be back in a moment. Okay, so now that MCP and Forge are done installing, we can see about setting up our Eclipse workspace again. So, because I mentioned it's going to be completely new, we are going to come over here and we're going to completely delete our Eclipse workspace and recreate it. We will load up Eclipse. And once again, back to the very first screen you ever see when you go to a new workspace. And the first thing we want to do is set up those handy linked folders we did last time. So we're going to go to Window, Preferences, General, Workspace, Linked Resources. The very first one you do is MCP. You link the folder to where it is on the drive. So here it's D Development MCP. Hit OK. We will link to the Let's Mod, pardon me, source location. And actually, you know what? We should go and create those. So let's go back here, because we haven't done that yet. So I'm going to follow a model that I like to use for Equivalent Exchange 3, which is we have a common folder and a resources folder. So here we're going to go into Let's Mod. We're going to create two new folders. The Let's Mod common folder, so this is the common source code folder, and the resources folder. There's going to be nothing in them right now because we have no code, but now we have. So we will point to them on our drives. So source, Let's Mod, and so for the source location one, we set it to the common one that we just created. And similarly, we do resource location for the resource one. There we go. Since we're here, oh, and I just realized I spelt the name of this one wrong. Let's Mod, not let mod. Okay, so while we're here, I'm also going to set up the Equivalent Exchange 3 ones, because I'm actually going to be referencing a lot of Equivalent Exchange 3 code that I've written as we go through some of the stuff in the Let's Mod series. So similarly, source location points to EE3 common, and EE3 resource location, you can guess it points to the EE3 resource location. And there we go. Okay, so now we have folders for Equivalent Exchange 3, Let's Mod, and MCP. Next, we are actually, because we have this open, we're going to go into some special settings for code formatting and source cleanup. So Eclipse has a couple options to allow the developer to not have to worry about the formatting of their classes. You can actually have it automatically formatted for you. By formatting, I mean where the parentheses are in a method, whether they're on a new line or not, whether or not you use tabs versus white spaces, etc. Pardon me. So we're going to go through that. We're just going to do a very simple one here. So if you want to start from the beginning, it's Window, Preferences, Java, Code Style, Formatter. So you see first there's a built-in one. We are just going to create a new profile. By built-in one, I mean a built-in profile. So we're going to create a new profile called Custom. And now we have the window to actually make changes to it. So we're only going to make minor changes to the formatter, specifically the tab policy. We're going to change from tabs only to white space. And you can see here now this is available. So the indent size is going to be 4 white spaces. The reason I like to do this is because not every system displays tab characters the same way, but every system does display white space characters in the same way. So this way we can make sure no matter what system you're reading the code on, it's readable. The other thing I like to do is I like to indent statements within switch body. What this does, and you notice here actually it has a live real-time update. When I check these boxes, you can see it actually moves in the body of the switch statement. These cases move in. I like to do that just because I find that easier to read. There's all kinds of options here, from blank spaces, specifics for white space, where the braces for methods and whatnot go. Play with this how you like. This is all we're going to do here, but feel free to play around and just get the code looking the way you like it. Every developer likes it a different way. There's no two developers who really like it the same way, so just really tailor it to how you like it. When we're finished here, we'll hit OK. And now we're back to our window preferences. From here, we're going to go to cleanup. So what cleanup is there's an option in Eclipse for you to select a class file and actually say, hey, I want you to clean up the source for this. And it runs through a list of rules. So you can see the active profile here. You can see here the rules that will run through if I were to do it right now. We're just going to add some of our own. So once again, similar to formatter, we're going to make a new profile called Custom. And when we do that, we get this window pop up. So here we're going to make a few more selections. When I say source cleanup, I want it to format the source code. I want it to remove trailing white space all the time, all lines. I want it to organize my imports. In code style, I want it to use blocks in if, while, for, do statements, always except for single return or throw statements. I want it to use parentheses in expressions, only if necessary. In member accesses, I want it to use the this qualifier for field accesses, only if necessary. And I'm just double checking my list here. And on unnecessary code, we want it to remove unused private members of different types, constructors, fields. So anything that's not, you can notice here as well, this real updates in real time like formatter. It'll remove the unnecessary stuff we don't use. So, and we also want to remove unused local variables. So you see how much cleaner the code gets when you do this? So you go from this, where you might have had a bunch of stuff from 2-3 weeks ago, and you could run the cleanup, and you can actually just get everything you need. So we're going to say OK, and OK. So now those settings are done. So now we just need to set up our Java projects again. So this really starts to look like episode 3. New Java project. We're actually going to create the Minecraft project. I'm once again going to say 1.7 if you're on a Mac. Make sure you're doing 1.6. We are going to remove this source folder. And I need to add my external libraries. So once again, we come into MCP, and in the lib directory, we need to make sure that we add all the non-source, so source here and here. So Argo 3.2, ASM debug 4.1, bcprov, etc. You can see my selections here. So we need to add these. As well as we need to go back into MCP, into jars, bin, and we need to add these 4 here. So we should have 8 libraries here. Now the other thing is, so this is going to be new from last time. In the order and export tab, we want to make sure that we are exporting all of the external libraries we just added. And the reason for this will be evident in a few moments. So we'll hit finish, and the project gets set up. And we'll remove this source directory because we don't need it. And now we start adding those other folders we did last time. So once again, link to alternate location, the MCP location. We want to add the lib directory. So now we can see all these guys. Right click on lib, properties, resource filters, add, include only files that are star.jar. And that just gets rid of the extra files. So you can see all the MCP lib jars here. Now we need to do the same thing with the MCP jars directory. /jar. Where's the jars? That's what happens when you do this so infrequently. Development. MCP jars. Good thing I checked that. And I didn't mean to maximize that. Jars. Okay. So here we also need to say, right click on jars, properties, resource filters, include only files and folders, bin, select and right click on bin, properties, resource filters, include only star.jar, at least for files only, and OK. And select and right click on natives, properties, resource filters, add, exclude all files, star. So now we have all that set up again. So once again, now we have, we can actually see the jar files listed here. We're going to right click on Minecraft. We are going to go to build path, configure build path. We're going to come back to the libraries tab here. And we need to add the native library location for the LWJGL util and just normal jar file. We will edit, so select native library location, edit, select it from your workspace, Minecraft, jars, bin, natives, and I'm just going to copy this because I'm just going to paste it into the next location here too. There we go. Okay. We're almost done with the Minecraft project. I know it's probably seeming like I'm flying. You're only going to have to set this up once. So, just a little bit more to do. So now we right click on Minecraft New, Folder, and now we are going to link it to the Minecraft source directory. So MCP location, source, and once again, I just like to make sure I'm pointing it to the right location. So MCP, source, Minecraft. Right click on Minecraft, go to New, Source Folder, browse for the folder name, select Minecraft, hit Finish, and now you'll notice Eclipse is building the workspace because now it knows that this is where I can find all the classes. So if we've done all of this right, we shouldn't get any errors. We should just get a ton of warnings. And there we go. 3,477 warnings. Now remember in episode 3 I showed you how you can hide those. Right click on Minecraft, Properties, Minecraft the source folder, not the project, so right click on the Minecraft source folder, hit Java compiler, ignore optional compile problems. Hit OK. Let's get to build the workspace again. So we'll just let that finish. And look at that. No warnings or anything. So now we have vanilla Minecraft working inside of Eclipse, at least the code. We still have to add in the mods that I wanted to show you that we can do, as well as I still need to show you how to set up the run environments. There was a slight bug with how I did in episode 3. I'd like to clear that up for everyone. So let us add the Let's mod into this and Equivalent Exchange 3. So I'll do it Equivalent Exchange 3 just so I can show things to you a little bit faster. So anywhere inside the Package Explorer, you want to go New, Java Project, Equivalent Exchange 3. Hit Next. And source here, we're going to get rid of this guy again. Now we are just going to go to Projects here, and we're going to add a required project on the build path. And we're going to say we need the Minecraft project. Hit OK. Hit Finish. We'll get rid of the source directory here. And we're just going to go straight into adding the source code. So we're going to go New Folder, Advanced, Link to Alternate Location, the EE3 source location. I'm just going to rename this to EE3 Common. Hit OK. I'm going to change that folder into a source folder. And I am going to add the resources folder very similarly. So EE3 resource location, resources, finish, and I'm going to convert that as well to a source folder. Now check it out. Last time in episode 3, we still had to do that same rigmarole with the lib and the jars and the native location and everything. We don't have to do that. What we've done here is we've set up this first project, the Minecraft project. We've set up all of its libraries and everything, and I'm just going to bring up the build path again. And we've said, when you build it, make sure you also export out these libraries here as well. What happens then is Equivalent Exchange 3, we said, I depend on the Minecraft project. So I can't build until it's built and it has exported all of its libraries. So everything that I need to make this mod work, I get because it's already been pre-configured in the Minecraft project. So this makes adding new projects really easy to the environment. This makes adding things like NEI super easy, like the IC2 API, the Buildcraft API and everything. It allows you to have a lot more inside your development environment without having to do a lot of really wonky stuff. This is why we're rebuilding it, because it's just this powerful. So while we're here, oh, I did not mean to do that. We're going to make another project. We're actually going to make the Let's mod project. And once again, same deal. Projects. We're just going to add the Minecraft project. You don't need to add the Equivalent Exchange project, just the Minecraft one. Hit Finish. Get rid of that source folder, because I like to name things myself. We will add a linked folder. So we will point it to the... Oh, I just noticed that I have another spelling error. So let's get rid of that extra S. So we're going to say OK, because we're adding the... Let's add the source folder first. So we're going to say Let's mod common. We're going to make that a source folder. And we're going to do the same with the Let's mod resources folder. And we'll make that a source folder as well. There we go. Okay. So now we have all these different projects in Eclipse. You can actually see the only warnings here related to Equivalent Exchange 3. Now we just need to set up the run configuration. So very similar to how we did last time, we're going to click on the down arrow beside run, and we're going to say run configurations. We're going to want a new Java application, so just double click on Java application. And we're going to call this Vanilla Minecraft. We are going to browse to the Minecraft project. And the main class, click search. We want to find start. So the project is Minecraft, the main class is start. Arguments. Up here, you can actually put in your Mojang username and password, and you can actually have logged into Minecraft. For here, I'm just going to say that I'm Pahimar. So if you want to type in, if you want to actually make it your own account, you'd actually do your username and then your password. I can spell password right. So this would be if you don't have a Mojang account, it's just your Minecraft. If you were to have your Mojang account, it's actually your email address and then your password. That's all it is. Username, space, password. So say Pahimar. VM arguments, if you want, you can copy in the ones from MCP. This is basically just setting the memory arguments. What's important here is you actually want to say the working directory. We actually don't want it to stick it in the Minecraft directory. We had a lot of people say that once they ran it the first time, they got a lot of extra crap in their package explorer, and that's my fault. I didn't actually specify this step. So what you want to do is you want to have the exact same thing that's in the line above it. So Minecraft, but you want to put jars. What this does is all the files that get generated when you start up Minecraft for the first time are not going to go into your general Minecraft project. They're actually going to go into jars here instead. So we're going to hit apply, and we're going to hit run. And if I did this right, Minecraft should start up for the first time. This will be just vanilla. We haven't set up the mods yet. This is just running Minecraft itself for the first time. So it's just downloading the normal libraries that it needs, like you would any other time if you'd be playing with multi-MC or anything. And here we go. We actually have vanilla Minecraft, not vanilla, because we actually have MCP and Forge Mod Loader and Forge all set up. But we actually have a working version of Minecraft in Eclipse again, and we don't have a ton of extra crap in here. So now I'm going to show you how to do this with extra mods installed. So we're once again going to go to the run and hit run configuration, Java application, double click on that and it creates a new run profile. This project, we are actually also going to say Minecraft. We are going to select start again, and we're going to call this one modded Minecraft. Arguments once again, I'm just going to put my name up there. And once again, I'm going to copy what was above, add the jars. Now what's going to be different this time is class path. So in class path, you can actually say what other projects to actually load with this. So I'm actually in here, under user entries, I can add projects. And I'm going to say, hey, let's put in Equivalent Exchange 3 and let's mod in there. Well, there you go. Oh, and I put a little too many in there. Let's restore default. Okay. Add projects. Equivalent Exchange 3, let's mod. We don't want these two boxes checked, so uncheck these. So here we're going to add in the mods we want to play, and we're not going to have it also bring in its dependencies, because we've already taken care of that. So here we go. You should see Minecraft, Equivalent Exchange 3, let's mod. Double check everything. Alright. Apply, run. It will load up. You'll notice you start to see some other mod related stuff in here. Now we have 4 mods loaded. We're not going to have 5 because we don't actually have any Let's Mod classes in here. But you now see that Equivalent Exchange 3 is in here too. And if I were to create a world, you'd actually see it's in there. And we still don't get any extra crap. So this should give everyone a much more modular Eclipse workspace environment. You can see just how easy it is for me to just continually add new mods to the environment. If I were to say also add now Build, Craft, or Iron Chest, which are both open source mods, I would actually just need to go to the run profile for modded Minecraft, go to class path, and I just have to add their projects in here. And then I can just load up my modded Minecraft environment, and now I have these other mods installed. So you can do the same thing with NEI, with CodeCheck and Core. You can do it with the various APIs for the mods, and this is actually one of the best ways that you can use their APIs because you can reference it and test it at the same time. So I hope this video has been good in terms of getting everyone resolved with some of the issues they had with episode 3. Shortly after this will be episode 5, where we'll get into the first mod class. Later this evening I'm actually going to be doing a stream for the mod jam, which is going to be going on all Easter weekend. I'm hoping episode 5 will be out either later tonight or tomorrow morning. This is Thursday. And I look forward to seeing what everyone can put out there. I'm happy to have everyone still watching these videos after my long hiatus, and I hope everyone is still as enthusiastic about this as I am. I'm happy to be back. So, we'll see you next time in episode 5 when we get into our first mod class, going over the basics of where you need to set things up. And then I think probably after that we'll probably get into packet handling, because I think everyone wants to make sure that their mod is multiplayer, and we'll want to get those first back-end processes out of the way. So thank you again, and we will see you in episode 5. Please follow me on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube, blah 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 blah. We'll see you next time, guys.